All right, so on the first leg of the program this morning, we'll be understanding the need for Orange the World Awareness 2025. So you might be wondering, what is Orange the World? Well, my guest is someone who's well versed in this area, and she'll be talking us through this so that we can have a better understanding. Well, my guest is a legal practitioner of several years standing, and she's also championing the cause not just for women, but also for the rights of people generally. So joining me in the studio this morning, I have Mrs. Salwat Oluwatoni Ladipo. She's head and coordinator, Family and Child Justice Unit, Bureau of the Public Defender. Madam, it's nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning, Lagos.
All right. So how do we greet with this kind of awareness we're doing? So are we going to say Happy Orange the World Awareness Day?
No, it's just Orange the World. We just say Orange the World.
Okay, so Orange the World to you, madam.
Orange the World. Thank you very much.
So for those who might not understand what that means, really, what are we talking about here? Talk to me.
So Orange the World is a 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. It's an annual international campaign that runs from November 25 to December 10, aimed at raising awareness and promoting action to end violence against women and girls.
Okay, is it new?
It's not new.
So it's been around?
It's been around for several years. This year's theme is Unite, Invest to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls. So
is it on the UN calendar?
It is on the UN calendar.
And I'm wondering, why did the United Nations design, this kind of, awareness? Or perhaps why are they coming up with this?
This awareness, the United Nations realized that domestic violence is mostly gender-based. We have the women and girls who are considered to be the vulnerable, and they are the ones who experience more of domestic violence. The campaign is, to raise awareness of the fact that women and girls are vulnerable, and we need to take more care, more caution, and more understanding to understand that they need to be protected.
Why couldn't they have just tagged it the Day Against Domestic Violence? Why Orange the World? I'm just wondering. Couldn't it have just been tagged the Day Against Domestic Violence? Is that not possible?
It is, but Orange the World raises a special awareness. It ensures that everyone knows that something is going on.
Okay.
Everywhere everyone is wearing a touch of orange, everyone is doing something orange to show that we identify with that campaign. We are in solidarity with that campaign. We recognize it and we understand what it means and what it's trying to fight for. Let's
talk about the impact that is having on communities. So how is, these issues, how does violence against women and girls affect our communities?
Women and girls are an integral part of our communities. We have our women who are the mothers, who are the partners to the men, who are also rising up in their own different fields. When we continue to subjugate them and allow domestic violence to continue to happen to them, that arm of our community is weakened. That arm of our community is not allowed to thrive. And as such, we are going to have an imbalanced society.
Right. And how common is this? I mean, this gender-based violence, there's violence against women and girls. How common is it?
It is very common. The only good thing about this campaign is that people are learning to speak up now and speak out and seek help.
All right. If you have to put it in perspective, really, talk to me. So if you say out of 10 women, how many of them would you say are facing one kind of violence?
9.
9?
9.
Is that huge?
It is that huge.
You mean it?
Yes.
Can you prove it to me?
Because domestic violence comes in various forms. It's not just the beating. It's not just the physical aspect of domestic violence. We have the sexual part. And a lot of people would not talk about that. We have the emotional part, the psychological part. Negligence is also all part of it. When a woman is totally dependent on a man, you find out that for one reason or the other, they have to do what he wants the way he wants it because he's in control. And it's not only men, even other people, women, sometimes even perpetrate domestic violence on people who are of the weaker sex.
Right. So that happens as well?
Yes, it happens.
Wow. That's alarmingly high. If you say 9 out of 10 women are suffering one form of violence or the other, that's alarmingly high. So from what you see, our governments, especially here in Africa, are they getting to realize that?
Our government, Lagos State government in particular, has realized that, and they are doing a whole lot to fight that. They set up the Domestic and Sexual Violence agency, and the Bureau of the Public Defender is one of the stakeholders of the bodies who support and ensure that this fight against domestic violence is being handled.
All right. So when you look at Lagos, for instance, let's bring it home now. So from what you see on a daily basis, do you hear those kind of cases of girls and women domestically abused?
On a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis. You see that? And what kind of cases come to you? I mean, what are those kind of cases that you guys attend to?
We get cases of defilement. We get the physical abuse, and we get the defilement. We get the emotional abuse as well, and psychological abuse. Even I will even say the economic abuse is the worst, negligence.
Wow. How does that happen?
It happens when someone comes to report that the man who is the spouse or the partner refuses to provide basic needs for the family without certain form of control over the women. So they come, he's not feeding, not because he's not dropping money for feeding, not because he can't, but because he chooses not to. And they have to face lots of other issues to get these basic needs. And
Mrs. Ladipo, what do you think are the causes of all this kind of violence that we're talking about this morning? What is really stirring it and making it high? If you say 9 out of 10 women are abused violently in one way or the other, what causes it?
Our culture, basically, religious beliefs. Those are most of the reasons. And the truth of the matter is that this violence has been in existence far longer than we know. Now people are just speaking up, and so now we are now more aware of the fact that it's going on. But it's always been there. The shame, the stigma did not allow the women and the girls to speak up. But now that there's a lot of awareness going on and there's a lot of support for those who are going through it, they are more encouraged to speak up and seek help. And
those that speak up, what have you noticed? Especially those that are survivors, what have you noticed about them?
For the survivors, a lot of them are ready. They speak up when they've had enough. They speak up when they need help. They speak up when they are ready to, when they want it to stop, and they are ready to do whatever it takes to ensure it stops.
All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM this morning. Orange the World, that's what we are really talking about. And it's a campaign just to try and stop the heightened levels of violence against women and girls. And of course, taking us to the classroom this morning, I have my friends from the Office of Public Defender. Okay, my friend is here, and of course, we're really touching base with this, especially on what we need to do very shortly. We'll also hear from you too on what you think can be done. Mrs. Salwat Oluwatoni Ladipo is here. She's head and coordinator, Family and Child Justice Unit, Bureau of Public Defender, BPD. All right. She says this campaign has been on for since when? November 26th, right?
It starts every year from November 25 to December 10.
December 10. So we are still very much in it. What has been done so far so good during this year's commemoration of this event?
So this year's theme is Unite, Invest to End Digital Violence. In this age of technology, we understand that a lot of people now are using phones, using technology. Mm-hmm. Digital violence refers to any form of violence or abuse that occurs online or through digital means, targeting individuals, often women and girls, with the intention of causing harm, humiliation, or control. This can include online harassment, bullying, cyberstalking, non-consensual sharing of intimate images, online threats, and even hate speech. So this year, we are raising awareness on the fact that digital violence is also a form of domestic violence.
Do you see that? I mean, does that pop up in your office sometimes? Do people come to report this kind of...
We are now beginning to get reports like that. Usually it happens when, for example, you have a couple who are dating and then things go south. And during the period when they were having fun, they had shared intimate images of each other.
Nude pictures.
And the likes. And then now the one party is threatening to publicize those pictures.
So what have you guys been doing? I mean, from the Bureau of Public Defender, what have you been doing about that?
When we get things like that, we work with the police to ensure that we, get the perpetrator picked up, get the pictures deleted, and the police decide which direction to take.
And have you had those kind of cases?
Yes, we've had.
Like how many? Can you point to any? Okay.
I can't give a figure now.
Right now. Okay. But that is on. So digital violence, because I'm just wondering how that happens. But you said it's all about cyber stalking and the likes, right? And that is becoming prevalent these days. All right. So, but in terms of what we need to do collectively as a society, what do you think should be the next levels? Talk to me.
We need to raise awareness, especially for our children. So this year, the BPD is going on campaigns to secondary schools to talk to them, because we have a lot of children now using phones and, engaging in some form of a relationship with other people. For them to understand the dangers of, sharing nude pictures, of being subjected to digital violence.
Okay.
To let them know the signs when someone is grooming you, talking to you in a certain manner. You should understand that there is no good coming out of this kind of discussion, and you should ensure that you protect yourself as much as possible.
All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Some of you are sending messages already as well. This one says, good morning, Victor. Why is the campaign color orange? Does it stand for something? Joko Tola is sending this one in. Thank you so much for your message. Is there any reason why it has been designated Orange the World?
That's the United Nations color for it.
Why? Does orange stand for women, or does it stand for danger or something? You cannot tell, right?
I cannot tell.
Okay. All right, but thank you so much, Jokotola, for bringing that. That's just a kind of aside. But, I mean, it's very, very significant that we need to pay much more attention to the feelings of women, especially those that abuse women in one form or the other. This one says, please, Ma, what's the first thing someone should do if they are experiencing abuse but are scared to report? No name, anonymous. Thank you so much. Well, that's a very, very crucial question, really. So, madam, what do you think people that are facing that should do?
The first thing is they have to get over their fear of reporting. All agencies and stakeholders that work in this environment, we understand the essence of confidentiality. We will give you the necessary support you need. If what you need is prosecution for the perpetrator, we'll get you that. If what you need is just support to overcome the trauma, you also get that. There's psychological help, there's psychosocial help, and sometimes we even just help you get back on your feet. You get therapy, you get counseling. What's important is to overcome it. Continue to live with it, and means that person continues to suffer.
Right. Let's talk about the cultural angle, because I've seen women who are abused in their relationships, and they say, well, I don't want to bring down the name of this family into disrepute, You also have those people that tell you, woman, you're the one that holds the home together, so just persevere. What's your message to those kind of women, really, this morning? My
message is that a marriage should be enjoyed and not endured. If the heat gets too much, you need to step out of the kitchen. You cannot continue to stay in an abusive home. It affects the person, that's the spouse, and the children. Because you find out that most of these children end up with the same relationships and the same marriages. Don't let our children continue to see what is wrong and accept it as norm, accept it as what is right. What is wrong will always be wrong. Domestic violence is wrong in all forms.
All right, I hope you're listening to us this morning. Let's talk about the economic costs of violence against women and girls. Can we quantify it, really?
It can't be quantified. But it takes a significant toll on our economy, because when a woman who ordinarily would be able to bring something to the table to support this home, and she's not in the right frame of mind, how is she supposed to make money that she can bring home to support the children, support the husband, and support the family? When a woman is always being subjugated, how is she going to be confident enough to actualize her true potential? And the same happens for children. Children who experience domestic violence in their homes, who witness it, who see it happening to their moms, often sometimes undergo trauma that lives with them and lasts with them for years. And it affects their ability to also succeed.
Right. So for those of you who are legal minds, and of course, for agencies like yours, there are certain signs that you see that will already tell that perhaps this kind of relationship you are into is one that will lead nowhere, or perhaps could bring some kind of danger in terms of violence. What are some of those telltale signs that one will see?
Control.
Okay.
When your partner is exhibiting excess control over you, it's not healthy. Also, when there is lack of communication, you cannot communicate freely, then it's also a sign of the fact that when you get married, there will be issues.
Hmm.
Another thing to also note is when there is violence. There are some people who go through violence even during their relationships, and they still allow that relationship
To thrive.
To allow it to result in marriage. Someone who beats you during a relationship will definitely beat you when you are married.
When you're married. So there's no way, no gainsaying when you say, no, he will change.
A leopard never changes his spots.
You mean it? All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 080-99120-777. Orange the World campaign, that's where we are. And it's all about stopping the violence against women and girls. And my guest this morning is taking us to the classroom on how that can be achieved, right? If you want to join the conversation, please feel free. And let's hear from you. So this one says, good morning. Are there penalties for people who report false cases deliberately?
Yes.
Jimo is sending this one in from Owode Oniri. Jimo, thank you. So do we have those kind of cases?
Yes, there are penalties.
What are the penalties?
That is in the criminal law.
Okay. So the criminal law will specify.
Yes.
If because it's possible that a woman can just, frame up something and say, look, my husband beats me.
And that's why usually when those cases come, we ask for evidence. When we have to go to court, where we have to prosecute, we need evidence to be able to successfully prosecute. But even when there is no evidence and it's happening, then the person should get help.
Okay.
Because someone who is going through violence cannot be in a good state of mind.
Right.
And that person needs to address the mental health of that person.
Let's talk about the theme for this year's celebration once again. You said it's Unite.
Unite, invest to end digital violence against women and girls.
All right. So where are we in terms of investing in that direction?
Presently, the DSVA is trying to ensure there's a law on technology facilitated domestic violence. That's already ongoing. That's just to ensure that there is a specific law that addresses digital violence.
Okay.
However, it's also there embedded in our law in different phases, not specifically stated. So presently in our law, we can't use our present law, but that law, as at the time it was made, did not recognize the fact that phones and technology will be such an integral part of our lives now.
Right.
So this present law will address that.
Right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This one says, good morning, Ma. Is there a law protecting men? Okay, so is there a law protecting men too? Say many men don't talk, but they also experience violence. Shehu Ibrahim is sending this one in. Thank you so much. Shehu Ibrahim is one of our regulars. So do you have laws that protect men too?
The law says domestic violence against persons. So it covers even men.
Okay.
But Orange the World is just recognizing that we have vulnerable people amongst us, which are women and girls.
Right. Okay then. So Bureau of Public Defender, how are you guys celebrating this? Let's get back to that again. So what are you guys doing?
So we are going to secondary schools tomorrow. That's Friday the 5th of December to talk to the students on digital violence, helping them to understand what it means, how it can occur, and helping them to prevent it, to ensure that they do not participate in it, because there is no gainsaying. At the end of the day, it will end in tears.
All right. So for anyone who is experiencing this right now, what should they do?
If anyone experiencing it right now should make a report, and then the necessary action will be taken against that person, the perpetrator.
All right. Okay then. So I think that's just a very, very good advice on how you can handle it. But if you have a situation whereby, you have family members telling the woman not to, proceed on any kind of legal action, or look for, maybe other ways of resolving it. What's the message this morning? What would you be telling this person?
We have that a lot, and that's part of what I meant when I said our culture. People don't want to report. You hear things like, he's my husband, he's the father of my children. But at the end of the day, where does that leave you? All the people telling you not to report, where are they when you are being beaten? Where are they when you are suffering? They will be in their homes, going through their own marriages and their own families. And there you will be suffering. So we always let them understand that at the end of the day, the ball is still in your court. You have to understand that this is your life and you have to take a bold step.
Right. Okay then, so even as we round this off right now, please, if you're out there suffering from one kind of violence or the other, from your spouse, please take action. And one of those things that you can do, you can always connect with the Bureau of Public Defender, right? Where are you guys located?
We are located at number 2 to 8 Inyu Road, Stadium Hotel Bus Stop, Surulere, Lagos.
All right. And are there numbers that they can call?
Yes, we have numbers they can call.
Okay. I think you have some toll-free numbers, right?
Yes, we do. Just give me a minute.
Okay, then Lagos Traffic Radio, that is 6.1 FM. Of course, you can always reach out to the Bureau of Public Defender. They used to be known as Office of Public Defender, now rechristened as Bureau of Public Defender. You heard it. The office is somewhere around Surulere, and you can always reach out to them. Some toll-free numbers, right?
Yeah. So our toll-free number is 08000
Okay.
67352.
Okay, that's 08000
67352.
352.
We are also located at several other locations. We have an office at Ogba. We have at Ajah. We have at Badagry, Ikorodu, Ajegunle. We also have annex offices at Alimosho and Agege.
Okay, so in those particular locations, your offices are there and people can go there, right?
Yes, please.
Madam,
yes, please.
It's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much. Let me say orange the world to you.
Orange the world. Thank you.
And I hope that this campaign can stick in the minds of people and they can go out there to champion the cause for women as well. Okay?
Thank you so very much.
It's nice having you on the program. Okay then, so that's the very first leg. And I must say a very, very big thank you to Tunde Olushesi, who's Director of Public Affairs for the Bureau of Public Defender. Same for others working tirelessly behind the scene. A brief break. When we return, do our birthdays before we switch to how you can efficiently manage your fuel to increase profit for your business.